Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to our online chemistry class of Cosmo School. Hope all of you are fine and safe at home by the grace of Almighty Allah. After Eid vacation, from today I will start a new chapter, chapter 6, concept of mole and chemical counting. And this chapter is about a very important branch of chemistry, which is quantitative analysis of chemical substances. In quantitative analysis, calculations are done by mainly using the concept of mole. The mole is the measuring unit of the amount of any chemical substance, and this measurement is done by mainly chemical counting. And we will, in this chapter, we will learn about the mole and how to use the mole in calculations, in various calculations in chemistry. And we will also do some mathematical, mole related mathematical problems. Mole is used to measure a certain amount of any substance. I want to relate this mole with something which we have already known, that is dozen. The word dozen. 12 of anything makes a dozen. That means 1 dozen is 12 things. 12 things makes a dozen. A dozen could be small things or big things. If we take 1 dozen needles, how many needles are present in 1 dozen needle? Of course, the answer will be 12 needles. And how many are present 1 dozen eggs? This answer also 12 eggs are present in 1 dozen egg. And if we take any large things like that, animals, elephants, how many elephants are present in 1 dozen elephant? This is also 12, but the total mass of 12 elephants and the total mass of 12 needles, or the total mass of 12 eggs, is it are these same? This is completely different. The mass is not important here. The word dozen is the fact here, and that means the number is the fact here. This number, that means dozen, we use usually when we count pencils, bananas, eggs, etc. Okay, but this cannot be used to measure the number of atoms, number of molecules, number of electrons, ions, radicals, which are very tiny particles, which are totally invisible to us. Okay, such as suppose a drop of water. A drop of water. Do you know how many water molecules are present in this drop of water? Can you guess? The number of molecules? In this drop of water in dozen? No, because this is a very large. This number is very huge number. It's a very big number, and even thousands or billions cannot be used to measure the number of molecules in a little amount of molecules, a little amount of water. Okay, and for that measurement, we need another relation, another number. is needed. Okay, and this number is known as mole. This number is known as mole, which is a very big number. That means 1 mole, like dozen, 6.02 into 10 to the power 26. This is a very large number. It's a very big number. That means when we take 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 number of any substance, then this amount is known as 1 mole. Okay, and this number this number is discovered by a renowned scientist, Avogadro, and that's why this is known as Avogadro's number, and it is denoted by capital N. It is denoted by capital N. That means N is equal to 6.02 into 10 to the power 23. But this number cannot be used for anything. For counting any big particles, big things, this number cannot be applicable. It's only applicable for very tiny particles such as atoms, molecules, radicals, electrons, ions, etc. So we can define mole like that: the amount of any substance that contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 or Avogadro number of molecules or atoms or ions is called the mole of that substance. I repeat, the amount of any chemical substance or any substance that contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules or atoms or ions is called 1 mole of that substance. Okay, and suppose now we can also define the mole considering the quantity mass also. Okay, suppose we take 1 mole one hydrogen molecule. The relative mass of one molecule is 2. We have already learned about that. We have already known these things, this matter in our previous chapters. Hydrogen molecule, this is molecule. H2 means molecule, we know about that. Only H means hydrogen atom, H2 means molecule. 2 hydrogen atoms links together and form molecule. And the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 and 2 hydrogen atom. The molecule relative mass is hydrogen, 1 hydrogen molecule is 2. The relative mass means the mass of only 1 hydrogen molecule, and it is measured, it is unitless. It is measured to compare with the carbon scale. We have learned about that, and that's why it's unitless, because it is a ratio of 2 same quantity. It is a ratio of 2 same quantity, that's why the value is unitless. And now if we take 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules, hydrogen molecules in a balloon or in a container, then we get a certain value of mass, and which is 2 gram in real scale. this calculation is done by comparing this with carbon scale, and this is get by this value is got by in real scale. That means if we take Avogadro number hydrogen molecules, then we get a certain mass, and this is 2 gram, and this amount is known as 1 mole. This amount is known as 1 mole of hydrogen. Okay. Then take another example, a larger molecule. If we take carbon dioxide, which is larger than hydrogen. Hydrogen is a tiny molecule. Carbon dioxide. Then the relative mass of carbon dioxide molecule is carbon is 12 atomic mass, oxygen 16 into 2, which is 44. Only 44. This is also unitless. The mass of one carbon dioxide molecule. Now, if we take 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 carbon dioxide, then we get the mass, which is 44 gram. 44 gram. That means from these two examples, we can easily find that the mass of 1 mole, this is 1 mole carbon dioxide. The mass of 1 mole is same as the relative mass of this substance. The mass of 1 mole of any substance is same as the relative mass of the substance, but the differences are the relative mass means single molecule's mass, and the mole means the mass of 1 mole means the total mass of 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules mass. And the another difference is this is unitless because this is ratio, and the mole is in gram with real scale. The mole is found in gram with real scale. Okay, that means we can define mole considering the mass. If we express the atomic mass of any atom or molecular mass of any molecule in gram unit, this amount is known as 1 mole of that molecule or of that atom. Okay, if we express the atomic mass of atom or molecular mass of molecule, this is the molecular mass of molecule, molecular mass in gram unit, then this amount is known as 1 mole of that substance. I hope it is clear to you. The mole concept is clear to you. We explain with some example. 1 mole carbon. That means 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 atom, carbon or carbon atom, and this is also the 12 gram carbon. Okay, and if we take 1 mole oxygen atom, then this also contains the same Avogadro number of oxygen atom, and this also 16 gram oxygen atom. And if we take 1 mole oxygen molecule, then this also contains Avogadro number oxygen molecule. This is molecule, and the mass is 36 gram. 2 into 16. 36 gram oxygen means 1 mole oxygen molecule, and 16 gram oxygen means 1 mole oxygen atom. Okay, if you take another example, I erase this. Okay, if we take 1 mole water molecule, this also contains 6.06 into 10 to the power 23 water molecule, and the mass will be hydrogen. 1 into 2, 16 is equal to 18 gram. That means 18 gram water molecule means 1 mole water molecule. I think it is totally clear to you. Now we will solve some mathematical problems, and at first we have to discuss about how to calculate the molecular mass or molar mass of any molecule, any compound molecule. Okay, in your book, as an example, here in mentioned copper sulfate with 5 water molecule, which is known as blue vitriol, and we have to find out the molecular mass or molar mass of this 1 molecule of blue vitriol. Okay, and I have already told you that you have to memorize some important atoms, elements name with their relative mass. Okay, with their relative mass, atomic mass, and then because the molecular mass, for calculating molecular mass, for determining molecular mass, we need the atomic mass of each elements which are present in that molecules. Okay, and for that molecular mass is nothing but only the summation of all the atomic masses of all which are present in the molecules, compounds molecule. That means we need, for that, for determining the molecular mass of blue vitriol, we need to know the atomic mass of copper, sulfur, oxygen, hydrogen. Okay, and at first we have to find out the total number of atoms, and put the atomic mass, and then we have to add this. Then is equal to the atomic mass of copper is 63.5, sulfur is 32, and oxygen is 16, and the number of oxygen atom is here 4, and in 5 molecule of water 5 oxygen is present. That means 9 oxygen is present in blue vitriol, and after that 5 hydrogen atom, 10 hydrogen. That means 1 into 10. and after calculating this we get 490, 249, 249 gram copper sulfate. Okay, and that means this is 1 mole of copper sulfate with 5 water molecule. This is the way to calculate the molecular mass of any substance. Now we have to solve some problems which is related to mole concept. The first problem is, what is the mass of one sulfuric acid molecules? What is the mass of one sulfuric acid molecules? We have to remember that whatever be the problems, we try to start with molecular mass. That means at first we have to calculate the molecular mass of a given compound, and this given compound is sulfuric acid. So at first we have to calculate the molecular mass of sulfuric acid. In sulfuric acid, 2 hydrogen atom is present, that means 2, 1 sulfur, 32 atomic mass of sulfur, and oxygen is 16 and 4 oxygen atom is present, and the summation of this is 98. And this is the molecular mass of sulfuric acid, which is unitless, and now this molecular mass is expressed in gram unit. Expressed in gram unit, 98 gram sulfuric acid, and this mass can be considered as 1 mole of sulfuric acid. That means this is the 1 mole sulfuric acid. And now 1 mole sulfuric acid, we know 1 mole sulfuric acid contains Avogadro numbers of sulfuric acid molecule. That means 6.023. 1 mole sulfuric acid contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 sulfuric acid molecules. Okay, I think this is clear to you. This is very easy. At first we have to calculate the molecular mass of given substance, and then this mass is expressed in gram unit, and then this mass can be considered as the mole of this substance, and this 1 mole of this substance contains the this fixed number of molecules, which is Avogadro number. Okay, and now look at this problem. Here we have to calculate the mass of 1 sulfuric acid molecule. We have to calculate mass, okay, of 1 sulfuric acid molecules. That, and we have already learned about that. I think whatever you have to find out, whatever you have to calculate, you have to write this at the right side. Okay, that means we start with the number of molecules. Okay, that means 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 molecules sulfuric acid contains 98 gram sulfuric acid. Okay, 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 sulfuric acid molecules are present in 98 gram sulfuric acid, and 1 molecule sulfuric acid, 1 molecule sulfuric acid are present in 98 by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 gram sulfuric acid. Okay, and you have to do the calculation by using your own calculator. Okay, and this value will be 16 point, this value will be 16.27 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. Okay, this 23 goes to the upper side and the sign will be changed. Okay, 16.27 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram sulfuric acid. That means the answer will be the mass of one molecule of sulfuric acid is 16.27 into 10 to the power minus 23 gram. This is the answer of the first problem. Now we go for the second one. Okay, the second problem is for the second problem I erase the second part. The first part will be the same. Okay, this portion will be the same, and I erase this. The second question is, I request you, whatever I will write, you also write in your copy. Okay, the second problem is, how many molecules, how many molecules are present, in 1 gram sulfuric acid. Okay, we take 1 gram sulfuric acid and the question is, how many sulfuric acid molecules are present in 1 gram sulfuric acid. Okay, again this we have to look at this problem, and we have to write whatever we have to find out, we have to write at the right side. Okay, then we have to find out the number of molecules. That's why we will start with this. Okay, that means 98 gram sulfuric acid contains how many? 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 sulfuric acid molecules. Okay, and so 1 gram sulfuric acid contains 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 3 into divided by 98 sulfuric acid molecule. Okay, and the answer will be, you have to calculate by your own, using your own calculator, but I will write this from your book. 6.14 into, the answer will be 6.14 into 10 to the power 21 hydrogen sulfuric acid molecules. That means 1 gram sulfuric acid contains 6.14 into 10 to the power 21 sulfuric acid molecules. Okay, and then if we, the questions may become like that. How many molecules are present in 5 gram sulfuric acid? Then the answer will be here. this simple unitary method. Okay, that's why the 5 gram contains this value will be multiplied by 5 and you will get the answer. Okay, now the third one. Okay, I didn't erase this portion because this is needed for the next problem also. Now we have to calculate how many hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen atoms are present in 1 gram sulfuric acid. Look at the problem. How many hydrogen, sulfur, oxygen atoms are present in 1 gram sulfuric acid? I choose I take the same substance for these 3 types of problems. Okay, for your better understanding and it is easier to you. Okay, and now this portion will be the same. At first we have to do this properly, and after that we get 1 gram sulfuric acid contains this amount of sulfuric acid molecules, and I have to erase this. Okay, only this value is here and I have to erase because my board is too small. Okay, and then at first for solving this problem we have to calculate the number of atoms which is present in 1 molecule of sulfuric acid. And in sulfuric acid, hydrogen atoms are 2. 2 hydrogen atoms are present, and sulfur is 1 and oxygen is 4. Then it's so simple. In 1 gram sulfuric acid molecules are present this number, and from this we get 1 molecule in 1 molecule sulfuric acid, 2 hydrogen atoms are present. 2 hydrogen atoms are present. So this amount of sulfuric acid molecules, the amount will be 2 into this amount. So this is the 21. Okay, and you have to calculate this and put this value here. Okay, and similarly this value is multiplied with this 1. That means in 1 gram sulfuric acid this amount of sulfur atom is present, and for oxygen we have to multiply this number with 4 and we get how many oxygen atoms are present in 1 gram of sulfuric acid. You have to complete this math in your copy. Assalamu alaikum. Be safe, be happy. Thank you.